What's going on? I'm David, this is Spencer, and welcome to Aftermath. Welcome back to Aftermath, the sportscast where we cover the 912 area. We just got done with week 11, and man, was it a good one. It was a really good one, but before we jump right into that, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, DM us your highlights, anything from the past games. We would love to put them in the show. Make sure you keep hitting that subscribe button. We are running the numbers up quick now. We hit 2,000 and we're booming now. So anyways, after all that, we went to 2 games this week. We'll hop into both of them in just a second, but first, you went 11-1 this week, I think, with one team messing up the perfect, and we will jump into that in just a second. But first, BC took on the Islands. You did get this one right. BC would win 57-0.
Oof, boy.
And I believe at halftime it was 50.
It was like 50
zip.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, New Hampstead would take on Burke County on Thursday night. They would win this game 34-28. Huge win for them.
Crazy game. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll dive into that one in just a second. But next, Calvary would beat Long County 35-0, making another big statement this week.
Another shutout.
Yeah, they're on a roll right now. Savannah Christian would also put out a shutout, winning 56-0 against Groves this week.
Both those two teams, man, they're just hot.
Yeah, they're hot. Past 3 weeks, I want to say they've been hot. Beach would take on Liberty County this week. They would lose 21-43. Liberty's a hard loss. That's a hard loss. They're a good team. Savannah High would lose this week to Bryan County, 66-8, which I think we saw that one.
Yeah.
St. Andrews would also lose this week to Bullock Academy, 42-7, but you did get that one right.
Yeah, Bullock Academy's undefeated.
Yeah, they're undefeated. That was going to be a hard one for them. Bethesda, another undefeated team. Bethesda stays on their undefeated streak, winning 34-28 against Beaufort Academy.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Yeah, I think that's the closest one they've had this season.
The whole season. That was their closest game. That's good, though. They needed a game like that getting into the playoffs.
Especially right before the playoffs. Hard fought. The one that you did miss this week, Memorial Day would lose 20-55 to Southwest Georgia Academy.
Man.
Yeah, that was a tough one. We don't want to pick against them.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
My dog's over there, man.
And last but not least, the game on Saturday, Jenkins homecoming. Jenkins would pull this out 41-33.
That game was crazy.
What a game,
man! Shout out to Jenkins band, bro. Jenkins band had me lit all game. Like they was loud, had the whole stadium thumping. Like Jenkins band, they might have the best band in the city this year.
But their halftime show was 13 minutes or something.
It might have been longer. I think they went like 15, 17 minutes straight.
Between all the
stopping, they was going crazy.
They say between all the crowning of the courts and all that homecoming stuff.
The band performed the whole time.
Yeah.
But back to the game, though. Yeah, Jenkins looked good last night, man.
So, yeah, we can hop right into that. Jenkins would win this 41-33. I got a few things written down, but I'm going to let you go first.
No, like I was saying, though, Jenkins, they looked good last night. It was a big game. It was a must-win. They needed to win this to get into the playoffs. And they were hitting on all cylinders. Offense looked real good. That running game looked stout. Like they couldn't stop the running game. Bradwell couldn't stop the running game. But Bradwell, I don't know, they were kind of weird like the first half of the game. Late in the first half they kind of like opened up a little bit, but I don't know, like
Was it because Jenkins came out, went up 18-0?
Yeah.
With 3 touchdowns. They didn't make any of this. I don't think they went for 2 on a few of them, but 18-0, and then Bradwell's coaches kind of got in their players' ears saying that, hey, we're still in this. I think it was still 10 minutes or maybe 7, 8 minutes left in the first.
Yeah, it was a lot of time left.
Yeah. And they would bring it back, close it up during half. I did the thing I made big note of. I don't give a lot of praise to O-lines, but Jenkins' O-line was getting to the second level almost every run play. Whether they were pulling a tackle or anything. Number 25, the running back, small guy.
A bunch of them. 25, I think 29, 4, 19. Like, it was a whole bunch of them. They were rotating them, and all of them, they were all eating. Like, they looked good.
Yeah. I did write some things for Bradwell is that they were moving the ball when they had the ball. Until late in that game, they were moving the ball. They just had simple little mistakes that they kept doing. The fumble early hurt them.
Yeah. The onside kick right after the first touchdown hurt them.
But anyways, 19 would have a big game. For the quarterback would have a big game. He took a big hit, but on that touchdown throw. But he stood in the pocket, took the hit, and delivered a dime to number 19 over the middle. But other than that, it was a good game. Jenkins will, I believe, make it into the playoffs now that they've won.
They're in the playoffs now.
I know
they'll be the 3rd seed or 4th seed, depending on what happens next week.
Yeah. So and we're going to keep an eye on that with playoff time coming by. We're going to start getting the brackets out and things like that to keep everyone in the loop. But on to the Thursday night game that we were at, the game of the week for us. New Hampstead versus Burke County, and this was a movie.
Another good competitive game, came down to the wire, just like the last game we were talking about. Man, Kamari Maxwell.
Yep.
Big career game. I want to say he had 170 receiving yards with 205 or 210 all-purpose yards, 1 touchdown. Your boy Jalen Hampton had 3 touchdowns. Malachi Landon had 1 touchdown. Man, that looked good.
Which puts a quarterback at, 5 touchdowns? He threw 5?
Was it 5? Yep.
Say 5 touchdowns, probably over 300 yards. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, for sure.
So they're letting him throw.
They look good. When they let him sit back and sling that thing right now, Hampstead looks unstoppable. I'm not going to lie. And that was the number 8 team in all of 4A. So New Hampstead got that win. They were able to move up to the 2nd seed in 4A, which is crazy looking at how they, the first half of the season when they had those hard losses to Richmond Hill, that blowout loss to Camden, and then they had the tough losses to Wayne County and BC. It was looking like, man, is New Hampstead going to be able to get like a 3rd or maybe 2nd seed? But they were able to beat Burke County, move up into the 2nd seed. Man.
That means we might see them at home.
Yep. Oh, for sure. They're hosting a playoff game now.
That's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear. But ultimately, it was a big game for all of them. We're going to keep everyone in the loop with the playoffs coming up because it does get a little bit confusing on who is in and who is out. This week coming up is going to wrap up the season, the regular season, I believe, because there's a few teams that still have a game to play. But the teams that do not have a game to play, rest up. For those that are going to the playoffs, rest up, get
teams
healthy.
Who aren't playing, getting ready for basketball season.
Yeah. So if you're done for the season, it was a good season. So you just get ready to see some more stuff coming from basketball because basketball's gonna be a good time. But anyways, that is all we have for you on this Tuesday episode. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, run those numbers up, and we'll see you Thursday. Peace.